Login complete. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx. Man, it's been a crazy 24 hours here on wrestling. I believe we're gonna call it the wrestling webverse. People say IWC, YWC. But I guess we'll call it the wrestling community online. The WCO, that's what we'll call it. It's been a crazy, very much needed injection into the arm of professional wrestling, period. With the former Edge, former WWE legend, and Hall of Famer Edge, jumping ship to All Elite Wrestling, now being known as Adam Copeland. We have seen an array of emotions. An array of emotions ranging from people who are sane like me, who thinks this is one of the best things that can happen for wrestling. One of the best things that could take place to inject some life into not just All Elite Wrestling, but some life into wrestling, period. Because when you have two major promotions and you get people jumping back and forth, it just makes wrestling all the more interesting. And I would think we as fans who have been complaining about wrestling being boring, about wrestling not being exciting, we would want something like what we got last night with Edge jumping ship to AEW. We would want that. But apparently, unless it's AEW talent going to WWE, if you go from WWE to AEW, you're a traitor. You ruin people's lives. You're a monster. I've seen so many people lose their shit in the worst kind of ways over Edge going to AEW. Someone literally did a video on TikTok saying Edge going to AEW made her childhood a lie. And you know, it really does highlight how bad the tribalism has gotten. It was fun before. When it was AEW versus NXT, you know, it could be a little ridiculous, but it was fun. It was fun competition. But now people are taking it very seriously. These parasocial relationships that fans have with WWE and AEW, it's extremely unhealthy. It's almost like their livelihoods are tied. Like their actual well-being, their blood system is tied to these companies doing well or certain people staying in these companies. I don't understand why people would get that upset. I am someone that at times seeing certain wrestlers released and seeing certain wrestlers join other promotions, you know, it could bother me a little bit. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I wasn't upset that Cody left AEW and joined WWE, because I was thinking, of all people to be a lifer, of all people to not go back to WWE, Cody was one of those guys. He broke the throne. He was one of the main ones talking crap about WWE. And then he jumped ship. He was the first one from AEW to jump ship, or at least jump back. And that was one of those cases where I just went, you got me invested in all this shit, and now you just go back to WWE anyways? But I didn't go crazy to the point where I was questioning my existence. There is a line that we have to respect. And for me, when it comes to Edge, when it comes to Adam Copeland, and I've said this before, I said it in my review last night. I'll say it again. He has literally done everything he could possibly do in WWE. Literally everything. From winning the Rumble to main eventing WrestleMania. There's literally nothing else for him to do. He's wrestled the best and beaten the best. He's won all the championships. He's already a Hall of Famer. What else is there to do? He made the right call going to AEW and ending his career the way he wants, getting creative freedom, getting a chance to work with newer talent, fresher faces, which is the whole point of having two promotions. You should be excited for the idea of AEW talent going to WWE or WWE talent going to AEW. You should be excited about that. That's what makes this healthy competition. And when I watch Raw tonight and I'm seeing all these new faces on the show, and we even got the return of Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, DIY has reunited. Gonna really love that run on the main roster. It just reaffirms to me that Edge doesn't fit in this environment anymore. And I think a lot of the fans that are upset that Edge went to AEW, you know, over time, when they realize what they have, all the new talents, you look at it this way. AEW has Edge now, but you guys got Jade Cargill. You got Brian Pillman Jr. You're probably going to get Ricky Starks. You most likely will get Wardlow. You're going to get all these newer, younger faces, while AEW gets probably Mustafa Ali, Shelton Benjamin, definitely Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, and all these other talents that were released. But they already had their runs. They already, paid their dues under WWE. And I didn't even talk about CM Punk. So, we'll have to see where Punk lands. But if WWE gets CM Punk, I mean, apparently there was a tease about him coming in tonight. Missed that. I mean, guys, it's not that serious. You'll be okay. I promise you. You'll be fine with Adam Copeland in AEW. I actually think this is the best possible thing that could have happened with everyone involved. Because now, since Edge jumped ship to WWE, that just opens the floodgates for people to start jumping ship. Because whoever is not getting enough TV time or enough attention, or even just feels like they're not being utilized properly in WWE, they have got to be eyeing AEW. I think about people like Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander? When was the last time he got TV time? Tonight. When his contract is up, I guarantee you he's jumping ship, and he should. When you think about all these other talents that you know are good, but are just not going to work out in WWE. I think about Drew McIntyre. I haven't seen anything about him re-signing yet, and I have a feeling when his contract is up next year, he's also jumping ship. And that's going to be a massive pickup for AEW. And so, while AEW gets more veteran heavy, WWE would get younger names. And I think of Ricky Starks, I think of Wardlow, those people, those two names especially, they will thrive in WWE. Those two will be massive hits. And we haven't even talked about the potential of MJF going to WWE. Which would be, by the way, the dumbest thing Tony Khan could let happen. Now, Tony has said that Jade Cargill was offered multiple contracts, one of them with more money than the last, and she still said no. She still said no and jumped ship to WWE. So, he might have done the same thing for MJF, and MJF is just basically saying, nope, I'm still going. We'll have to see. Still something to think about. But this is what makes wrestling fun. When we got two promotions vying for each other's talents, vying for market shares, vying for TV time, vying for attendances, vying for all the big numbers that you can vie for in wrestling, and pushing each other to be their best constantly. Oh, you already know WWE's going to be on their heels now. And you already know AEW can't slack up anymore. When they lost CM Punk, there was a big hole that had to be filled. Well, you got Edge to fill that hole now. We have Edge here. What are you going to do? What you got now? So I'm watching both shows intently with all these new faces coming in. I'm going to be watching for what they do with Jay Cargill. But also I'll be watching with the new talent coming in as well. Brian Pillman Jr., for example, coming into NXT. I think he's going to do phenomenal. NXT was made for someone like a Brian Pillman. Watch him soar. Watch him become something Tony Khan wishes he had. But none of that matters because we're here to talk about Raw. Can I be honest with you? Raw was okay. It wasn't bad. I think what mattered was everything that is building up to a match on Saturday. That includes the stuff with Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes taking on the Judgment Day for the tag titles. I said that was going to happen, didn't I? I called that. Was it on SmackDown I called that? Whenever the last WWE show I reviewed, I said that there was going to be a tag team title match. Now, I was thinking it was going to be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Nope, it was Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. All right. They're not going to win the titles, but it's definitely a choice. Because if they're building to War Games, then of course, you gotta set it up somehow. So, definitely a match that they're gonna do. I think I also set the IC title match, right? Well, that got moved to tonight because we had some Raw changes. And believe it or not, none of it was Vince McMahon. It was all injuries. I know. It was all Triple H. He had no choice. But yeah, there was supposed to be an IC title match in the show. That got bumped to tonight because Becky Lynch was supposed to defend the NXT Championship against Tegan Nox, but because Becky decided, I'm going to go hardcore country on Valley Girl from NXT, Tiffany Stratton. And they had what I thought, well, I haven't actually seen the match. I've seen clips. But from the clips I've seen, it was a brutal match in all the best ways. And she ended up getting 11 stitches on her arm and closing a gap that had tissue, like torn up actual muscle tissue leaking out of it. So they had to replace her match with the IC title match. Which is fine, because I guess that means this upcoming Saturday is going to be a 5-match card. Which I'm not complaining about whatsoever. Fuck it, let's go. You got the tag title match. You got the World Heavyweight Championship match, which of course is going to be the last man standing. You got the triple threat for the women. Asuka, Io Sky, Charlotte. You got, what were the other matches? Okay, I looked them up. Oh crap! What was it? It was 3 matches on SmackDown. What were they? Okay, it'll come to me. But yeah, like currently, I think we only have like maybe 5. Oh, Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax will probably be at it very soon. And then whatever else they add, quite frankly, is fine with me. If it's a 5-match card, sweet. 5-6 match card, I ain't bitching about that. In and out. Love it. I love that we're now making these WWE shows more and more like NXT TakeOver. Yeah, like, screw it. Like, especially if Survivor Series is going to be War Games, you don't need no 6, 7, 8 matches. Give me maybe 3 to 4 matches before War Games, and then do War Games. Thank you. LWO versus the Street Business, Street Profits. And then what was the other one? There was one more. I forgot. Well, whichever one. Oh, John Cena, LA Knight versus the Bloodline. There you go. So once again, it's the World Heavyweight Championship match. And then you got the tag team title match. Then you got John Cena, LA Knight versus the Bloodline. Then you got LWO versus the Street Business, and then the Women's Championship match. 5 matches. Okay. Personally, I think that's fine. That sounds like a great card to me. And if you want to add Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, okay, 6 matches. Done. I don't care. We're done. That's it. I think that works, honestly. You don't have to work too hard with that. So, basically, all the stuff that mattered were the segments and matches building up to those 5-6 matches, whatever they're going to do. They're continuing to tease a dissension with the Judgment Day. That's probably going to lead into War Games. And then more stuff with Seth and Nakamura. And then the show ended with the IC Championship match, which then led to the return of Johnny Wrestling coming out to save Tommaso Ciampa and reunite DIY. Wait, this is Y. This is M. This is C. That's it. Okay, anyways, look here. I'm just gonna run through this show very quickly. I'm not gonna lie. Ain't much else to talk about outside of what's being built to when it comes to the pay-per-view this Saturday. So we're going to spend more time talking about the hype for those matches. And then everything else, I'm just going to zoom through. So this will probably be a very, very quick review, if you guys are cool with that. You are? Awesome. So let's not waste any time. Let's pay these bills. Let's get right to the sponsorship, the shout-outs, and then get the hell out of here. So I can see you on Thursday for my preview and predictions. I won't be doing a SmackDown review. And then I'll see you on Saturday for WWE Fastlane. And then after that, I think it's going to be the Saudi Arabia show, which I probably won't review. Probably. It depends on who Roman Reigns is fighting. If Roman Reigns is fighting LA Knight, fine. I'll watch it. If he's not going to fight LA Knight, I think he might fight AJ Styles, actually. We'll find out. I think they'll do Roman Reigns and LA Knight for Survivor Series. But yeah, it's gonna be a crazy next few months as we wrap things up here in 2023. Which, if I'm being honest with you, this has been this particular year in professional wrestling has been the wildest. Some of the most wildest years I have ever been a part of. I thought 2021, 2022 were noteworthy years. 2023, holy crap. Yo, when we get to the end of the year awards, we're going to have a lot to talk about. But anyways, let's pay these bills. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it! Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's live reaction, a hot topic, or a review past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. And give me a follow on TikTok. For I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi and please. Get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get your new school Alex's World t-shirt. But most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My America, the remix. t-shirt made by It's Jey Nox and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. Today's sponsor is Audible. If you're ever looking for a free trial of Audible where you can get audiobooks to listen to on the go, I can get that for you right now with the promo code JustAlex. So how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor, and then we'll get to some shout-outs. Today's video is sponsored by Audible. Audible is the leading provider of audiobooks. They have over 180,000 audiobooks to choose from, including books written by wrestling legends like Chris Jericho, Mick Foley, Bryan Danielson, Drew McIntyre, and Jim Ross. Today, if you visit www.audibletrial.com, just Alex, you can get one free audiobook of your choosing. Audible is the best place for audiobooks, and I cannot recommend it enough. In my time, I've listened to Chris Jericho's The Best in the World and Bryan Danielson's Yes books, both narrated by them personally. And here's the best part. Even if your membership wears out or you just aren't satisfied with the product, you can cancel your free trial at any time, and your audiobooks are yours to keep. So again, go to audibletrial.com, just Alex, and begin your journey today. Alright, thank you all so much for joining me. Please show some love to the moderators. Ultrashine 75 the Heart, Alyx, Ademi. Now give me 1 second. Let me fix this live chat, because sometimes when I'm trying to get the stream going, the live chat and the super chats are a little late. So I know there's a live chat here, clearly, because I'm looking at it. But for some reason, it's not popping up. Let me see something real quick. If I said like the video, what will happen? Will it pop up? Or is it actually just not working? Lord have mercy, is the live chat just not working? How is that possible? Okay, well, I typed in it. It's not popping up. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with what the hell is going on with StreamYards? But I really, really hate when I had to do this. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me get this. I gotta get the live chat back up. 1 second. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I really hate it when the live chat doesn't work. But for some reason, it's just deciding it doesn't want to work today. So instead of just staring at a blank screen, here's what we're gonna do. I want you guys to show some love to the moderators. Ultrashot 975 is the Heart, Alyx, the Demon, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. Who help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you, Big MGM, of course. Also show some love to that like button, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Let me test something out, because before I even came on, I usually test out if it works.
This is a test super chat alert for $88.
So the super chats work, but the live chat doesn't. That is weird. Yes, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, that's Streamlabs, bruh. I keep using it. For some reason, I don't want to switch to something else to make this seem a lot more better, but might have to. Like, I'm actually considering switching platforms, because this is stupid. It really is, because I every time I use this, there's a reason why people just get sick of using Streamlabs, because they don't get your shit together. All right. Anyways, I'm still gonna do shout outs. I just gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, now it works. Now you want to work. Yeah, like when I threatened to stop using Streamlabs, then it wants to be like, wait. See, we work. You sons of bitches. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that. They thought they was slick. When I threatened to pull a CM Punk and go nuclear on their asses, now it wants to start working. That's sus. Let me get these shout outs in, you sons of bitches. Got the live chat laughing at me. I know, right? Hello to the following people. Right off the bat, we got Goku Black, Janelle, JJ, who let the dogs out? JJ Bulldog, Jason Jackson 02, Swak Fan 100. We got June Heat, Sean Swaby, baby. Excuse me, baby. Bowler Gamer TV, Anthony Beavis White in his house. We got Debit Money, Debit Money Adams from the Danger Zone. Highway to the Danger Zone. Dylan Danger in his house. Good to have you here. Mojo Jojo here. I also see Paid Enthusiast, Joseph Winters, Gwyneth Pack, the Cerebral Assassin Christopher Carter, Kyle, Monaco 42, Cameron Johnson, Simply Deep 1985, James Wolf, and the last one we're going to go to is King of Heckle Mundo. Alright, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you for making me a part of your day. I am so sorry that Streamlabs decided to all of a sudden start working. But let's go ahead and cut the mind games. Let's go ahead and cut the preliminary stuff. I'm ready to talk about Raw. And it's going to be one of the shortest. It's literally going to be one of the shortest reviews I've ever done. Because, as most of you know, or you should know, Raw tonight was plagued with major changes due to injuries. Becky Lynch got injured at No Mercy this past Saturday and had to be taken off the show because she's dealing with an arm injury where she had to get 11 stitches. But she should be back relatively soon. But yeah, it derailed a lot of things. And because that was a big title match, they had to switch it up and move the IC title match in its place. Which, again, I'm not going to complain about because that means the pay-per-view on Saturday is now a 5-match card. And if they add Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax, it's a 6-match card. 5 or 6 matches? Fuck yeah. Perfect. Look, I'm not going to say I don't like AEW and the way they produce their shows, but I'm over these 13, 15 match cards. Just give me a strong 5 to 6 match card and I will be happy. That's all I ask for. None of this other crazy stuff that they doing. But yeah, Becky Lynch being injured derailed her match with Tegan Nox, which then forced him to move up the main event. And I think there were other injuries on this show, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was, let me see. I'm just gonna scroll down here for a little bit. A bunch of unfortunate injuries changed plans tonight. But those plans changed to a main event title match with Tommaso Ciampa and Gunther, which doesn't suck. I wonder what... Does everybody have a list of injuries? Because I'm pretty sure there was a huge list of injuries here. Let me see. While I look for the list of injuries, I gotta say once again, I think WWE came to this market before. Well, tonight they were in San Jose, California, and the building wasn't that big. It was only maybe 9,000 with a couple of change, but they sold it out. That's for sure. And it was a loud crowd. They were really into it. Super loud. It just sucks that a lot of the matches that were supposed to happen didn't happen. Like, for instance, Jey Uso was supposed to take on Damian Priest. That got canceled. I think one of them is hurt. I think Damian Priest is hurt, and Finn Balor is also hurt. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler was supposed to be a match, but that got cut short. So there's a lot of things that got snipped due to injuries. But the good news is, all the time that got cut, they put all that time into the IC title match, which was supposed to give time for Gargano to come out and reunite with Tommaso Ciampa, but they just lost time with that. I wish they would have had the 5. They usually have a 5-minute overrun. What happened to the 5-minute overrun? Did they just say, nah, fuck that? They said, nah, Chief, y'all don't get no more 5-minute overruns. Especially since we don't get the rights to Raw no more after next year. That is interesting. Let me see here. I'm trying to think, like, how do I want to start this? Because, quite frankly, if I go in order, I'm going to be skipping a lot, if I'm being honest with you. Like, they opened up with Nia Jax brawling with Shayna Baszler, just throw us for a loop. And then all of a sudden, here comes Raquel Rodriguez, Gonzalez. Raquel comes out, starts beating up everybody. And then Rhea Ripley, Mommy, comes out and just whoops everybody's ass and runs off Nia Jax and gets a babyface reaction and starts whipping the men's ass. Rhea Ripley is a natural babyface. I know she's a heel right now, but if they ever just decide we're going to turn this woman into the modern day Chyna and go full babyface with her, I'm game for it. I'm game for it. But she calls out the Judgment Day, and then she tells Damian Priest and Dom, no Finn Balor because he's hurt, that she is disappointed in them. She goes away for a couple of weeks, and everything falls apart. Dom loses the title. Finn and Damian get their asses kicked. Finn is injured. And then she tells Dom, hey, you get one more shot at that NXT title tomorrow night on NXT. And if you lose, don't bother coming back. Ooh, mommy mad. And that's when Jey Uso came out. Jey Uso came out. He welcomes Rhea Ripley back and says she was missed by everybody. And she has bigger balls than Roman Reigns. Damian Priest gets in his face. Dom stops him. Damian Priest gets outside of the ring. Dom and Jey Uso start to brawl. And then here comes JD McDonough, who starts beating up Jey, double teaming him with Dom. And then Cody Rhodes, woo! Makes the save. And then they announce that it's going to be Cody Rhodes. And of course, Jey Uso taking on Damian Priest and Finn Balor at the pay-per-view for the tag team titles. We'll talk about that on Thursday. So, again, not much here to say. They're still building into this idea that the Judgment Day is eventually going to break up. There's some dissension in the ranks. And of course, you're keeping Cody with Jey because Jey is Cody's ticket to get to SmackDown where he can challenge Roman Reigns for the championship. And it's looking like, and I'm seeing more and more of this, it's looking like it's not going to be at WrestleMania where Cody challenges Roman. It's looking like Cody's going to challenge Roman. And again, this is what I'm seeing. Cody's going to challenge Roman at the Royal Rumble. And if the rumors are true that CM Punk is coming back at Survivor Series, that means CM Punk becomes my number one pick to win the Rumble. And then we do CM Punk and Cody Rhodes for the championship at WrestleMania. Y'all, get on board. Get on it. Wrestling's about to be hot, bruh. Anyways, they do some media hype reel for Jade Cargill because Jade Cargill is awesome and they're going to keep hyping her up as they should. We got Alpha Academy. That's Chad Gable. Oh, thank you. Excuse me. I'm trying again. I'm proud to be an American and a big Chad Gable fan. Sheesh. And a thank you. Chad Gable and Otis Dozovich. They lose to Imperium. Giovanni Vinci. Ludwig Kaiser. I like how Samantha does the announcing. It's so good. She's so good at her job. But Imperium do win. They're just a better tag team, I suppose. We hear that Tegan Nox will not be fighting Becky Lynch, but she'll be fighting... Who did she fight this week? Who the hell did she fight? I forgot what match she had. Oh, Chelsea Green. That's who showed up. Chelsea Green's all like, hey, what up? Remember me? The hot mess? I'm a hot mess. And she doesn't have blonde hair no more. She went back to being a brunette. The blonde hair Karen gimmick was... Okay, whatever. Blonde hair brunette, she's still a Karen. Maybe even a Mary at this point, but whatever. She basically got in Tegan's face and says, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't get your title shot today, and win. And Tegan's like, I'm not getting a title shot, but you can get this knuckle sandwich. You can get this fist up your ass. Ooh. Pause. Oh, God. Some kinky shit. Anyways. Yeah, Tegan Nox took on Chelsea Green, and the match was a match. Had no heat because no one really cared because they just wanted to see Tegan potentially fight Becky. We'll get that in the future when Becky's healthy. But Natalya is now a fan of Tegan all of a sudden, just like Becky's a fan. Becky showed up backstage before Tegan went out there and said, see my arm? Yep, can't defend this belt because I'm hurt. But you go whip that Trick. Speaking of Trick Williams is on the show. Trick Williams showed up backstage, and so, I don't have a problem with Trick Williams. I look at someone like him and I go, look, he's green, but there is a ton of potential behind him. He has the look of a star. He has the presence of a star. But his microphone skills are not great. And I haven't seen him wrestle yet, but from what people are telling me, he needs work. So he is the perfect talent for NXT. While someone like Carmelo Hayes is already set and already ready for the main roster. But from this 10 seconds of him talking in the microphone, I'm like, ugh. That's how you have beat Dominic Mysterio? Okay. Whoop that Trick. Get him. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. I like it. Whoop that Trick. Hey. Okay, I mean, we'll see what happens, but we'll see what things go with this. I just kind of feel like, this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to tell people how to feel. I just personally feel like someone like a Trick Williams, he needs a lot of work. He needs a lot of work. But that's why NXT exists, right? Again, people are telling me he has a good look, good presence. Apparently his theme song is a banger. I believe you. But in terms of like the full package, he is missing a lot of things. So I'm assuming Dom wins the title back tomorrow. We'll see. We'll have to see, because I haven't been watching NXT. Is he involved in something right now? Trick Williams? Okay, we'll see. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and get back to the Raw review. Bronson Reed beats up Cedric Alexander, who got some offense to remind people that, hey, I'm still here and I'm cold. I'm cold-blooded. But then he lost, because why not? That's what he does. Let's see here. I think this is when they do the contract signing for Gunther, and Tommaso Ciampa, and they make it official that the match is not happening at Fastlane, but happening tonight in the main event. And that was actually a really good contract signing segment. It was fiery. Drew McIntyre had another segment where essentially he teased turning heel, but showing some gray area. He's all like, hey, I mean, I don't owe anybody backstage an apology. What I owe is an apology to my fans and me. I don't give a shit about anybody back there. So he's still walking that line, still walking that gray area, which I like. Miz came out and he's all like, look, I know you're just trying to save face to make yourself look good in front of the crowd, but I know that you're a selfish son of a... And then Miz got the shit kicked out of him. And then they had a match where Drew beat him. And he beat him by using it. I think he beat him using an exposed turnbuckle. So he doesn't mind being dirty, playing dirty. So again, they're really... It's like they're pushing it in your face that he's gonna turn heel, but I don't think he's gonna turn heel. I think this is just him being more aggressive, which I like, quite frankly. Let me scroll through real quickly. Ivar actually doesn't beat. Ivar loses to Xavier Woods. Ivar's getting a lot of TV time and a lot of time to shine. He hits a big man moonsault on both of them, and next week we're gonna get Kofi Kingston and Ivar and a freaking Viking rules match or something like that. All right, cool. I think somewhere in between there we got a great promo segment with Seth Rollins and Michael Cole, which I thought was so well. The hype for Seth and Nakamura, the storytelling between these two has been some of the best things we've seen from WWE all year. It's really that good. And Seth playing up his bad back is really adding a lot to the shows. And you have Michael Cole out there. He says Rollins is usually the puppeteer, but this time he seems to be the puppet. Seth takes offense, but Cole presses him, asking him why he's putting himself through this with his back hanging together by a thread. Seth has to be honest. He says he can't put it into words and asks him, how long has he been this is what's crazy. He asked Michael Cole, how long has he been doing commentary? And Michael Cole responds by saying 26 years. And he's pretty accurate, 26 years. And then Seth asks him, okay, how many times have you missed a show since you've been doing commentary? 26 years. 26 years, Michael Cole has missed 2 shows. Damn, that's crazy. I was floored when I heard that. I was like, 2 shows in 26 years. And he stuck with it because he loves it. But that's what it's like for Rollins. He says this is everything to him. And when you're world champion, all that responsibility gets amplified because now you're an example. You have to be the change. And if this is his last ride, it doesn't matter that much because what matters is that he left it all inside the ring. He'll have fulfilled his responsibility. He'll be an honorable man and an example for his daughter. That's the best he's got. It's not his words, it's a feeling, and that it feels right. Nakamura appears on the screen. Japanese subtitles. Woo! Japanese sub. Basically saying he's sick and tired of listening to Seth Rollins' nonsense. And then blindsides him while the video's still going on. And then when he's beating up Seth Rollins and he's laid out, you have the video counting down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then when Seth Rollins got up, the video stops, beats him up some more until he basically couldn't get up no more. And then Nakamura just celebrates. I really want Nakamura to win that title on Saturday. But the way they're teasing this, it doesn't look like he is. And that kind of sucks. But I wants it. I likes it. And I won't see it. Cody Rhodes had a promo essentially saying he didn't anticipate tagging with Jey Uso, but he thinks it's the Judgment Day who are back into this match, and he plans on winning those titles and being a staple on SmackDown. Yep, that's about it. Okay, so the main reason that you guys should watch this show was the last 30 minutes. Tommaso Ciampa took on Gunther for the IC title. And the match was awesome. If you enjoyed their match from NXT 3 years ago? 3 years ago? 2 years ago. 3 years ago. 2 years ago. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. If you enjoyed that match, you'll love this match. They beat the piss out of each other. It was glorious. Excuse me, it was glorious. I will defend, I will give in till I'm victorious. It was glorious. Great in ring action. Anytime you see Gunther inside the ring, you already know you're getting some of the best wrestling. And they beat the piss out of each other. And Tommaso Ciampa left it inside the ring. I'm so happy fans got to see. Main roster fans got to see how good he is. So Gunther does end up winning by choking out or putting Tommaso Ciampa to sleep. That's the PG way. The real way, he choked his ass out. And then he lost the match. Imperium gets inside the ring, start beating up Tommaso Ciampa. And as soon as that double team started happening, I said, where is he? Where is Gargano? His theme song hits. This rebel heart. Here comes Gargano. Crowd's going crazy. He starts beating up Imperium. And then right before they do the meet in the middle, the show cuts. I said, y'all some bitches. So I instantly go to social media to find the rest of the clip, and it was a big moment. Meet Me in the Middle was awesome. Gargano was back. Finally, Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano are back reunited as DIY. Finally. We gotta get it. I want Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Gargano, and Ciampa. And I guess Cody Rhodes? We'll find out. But we gotta get those guys going after the tag team titles. I wants it. Give me DIY versus the Judgment Day. Let's go. I'm ready. See, here's the thing. Everyone who's mad about Edge going to AEW, look at what you got. You got DIY. What you complaining about? You got Jade Cargill. You got Brian Pillman Jr. You might get CM Punk as well. What you complaining about? This is a great time to be a wrestling fan. I'm excited. I'm excited for all the shows now, man. I don't know about y'all, but wrestling feels like it's at its peak right now. And all the shows are can't miss. So, give me your thoughts. Are you excited to see DIY back? Gargano, your favorite match of the night. And how are you excited? What's your excitement level for the pay-per-view on Saturday? How about that? All right, guys, you have the floor. I'm not going to be up here too long, but I do want to read some of your comments. JJ Bulldog said, Gargano and Ciampa are championship material. You already know. Are we getting an Adam Copeland DLC for AEW Fight Forever? Probably not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I cannot seriously wait. You can't seriously wait for what? What you can't wait for, JJ? Dylan Danger. Adam Copeland's second run at WWE wasn't doing much because the only main feud he did was with the Judgment Day. Although he had a great, I disagree. His main event with Roman Reigns and Bryan Danielson was one of the best main events ever in WrestleMania history. DIY was the highlight of the night for me. Hey, Joseph Winters, it was a great highlight, that's for sure. JJ says Brian Pillman is gonna do great in NXT. Hell yeah. That's someone I feel like maybe AEW wasn't the right place for him. Maybe that's more WWE. But he's gonna do just fine. And I told you all that Edge would debut in AEW. Yeah. Y'all were doubting it since August. Even I was like, I don't know about that. Amazing Tribe said, in just 30 minutes, it will be his birthday. Well, Amazing Tribe, happy birthday, October 3rd. I hope you celebrate it well. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Woo! Jackson Lane 02. If the Saudi show is anything last year's, it'll be pretty good, which still feels weird to say out loud for a Saudi Arabia WWE event. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't make me praise Saudi Arabia, please. Can we not? Yeah, the freaking stream wouldn't play the live chat for some reason, jerks. Awesome hoes. Hypothetical question. Do you think there's a such thing as going overboard when it comes to enticement from your lady? going overboard in terms of enticement from your. What do you mean by enticement from your lady? Like your lady coming on to you? What would be an example of going overboard? How come that person did a TikTok video about Edge going to AEW but not talking about the releases that happened a few weeks ago, like Dolph Ziggler and Jay Cargill going to WWE? I don't. Some people are just WWE lifers, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Does anyone have the raw footage for when they went off the air? I think it's on Twitter. I think I saw it on Twitter. Is there such a thing as going overboard when it comes to your lady enticing you to spice things up? I mean, look, bro, if we're gonna be honest about it, it's your relationship. Like, if you feel like a spark is missing, well, y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do to maintain or regain that spark. If you guys are gonna be a long-term relationship, do what you gotta do, man. That's your girl. And you her boo. So if there's if something's missing, do what you gotta do. That's all I can really say, honestly. Nothing else to really say there. Alright, guys, look. Like I said, this was going to be shorter than usual, so let me go ahead and get out of here. You're going to see me again on Wednesday, and then you'll see me on Thursday for preview predictions, and then Saturday for the review. So, as you follow out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo Threads, and donate PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. Other than that, y'all, thank you so much for making me a part of your day. Always know you are welcome right here in Alyx's world. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.
When you're when you're